The fact that every Republican idea, every Republican amendment is just being shut out is really frustrating, even angering to me as a Republican. But issue isn't Republican, Democrat. The issue is what's good and right for the American people. And I came to the Senate hearing that this was the body of full open debate, full open consideration of amendments. Problem is, my experience here in 5 years has been anything but that.
Senator from Ohio is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just came down to the floor, and I hear the senator from Louisiana saying that he's been in the Senate for years and he can't believe we can't debate these things. And I've just watched the last 13 months since President Obama took the oath of office, 13 months and less than a week. And I'm just incredulous that the senator from Louisiana would say what he says, that we, in fact, do not allow debate in this institution when more than 100 times, just in the last 13 months, I think maybe 110 times, I can't keep count because we add a few every day or every week, more than 100 times the other party, the Republicans, have obstructed, have delayed, have stopped us from moving forward. And we've had plenty of time to debate. We'll stay here weekends, we'll stay here evenings, but when it's not really debate that they want, it's to block things. And maybe they talk things to death is the way they block things. Maybe they just object to things. But time and time again, we've had the slow walk on health care, so we haven't been able to put a bill on the president's desk. That's not because people don't have ideas. It's not because people want to shut down debate. It's because they've tried to stop these bills on issue after issue after issue. I remember something so simple as the children's health insurance bill, which President Bush vetoed, but many people in both parties were supported. They tried to slow that down. They tried to slow the Lilly Ledbetter legislation, which we passed, to try to make sure that women doing the same job in the same place are paid as much as men doing the same job in the same place. And I could stand up here, Mr. President, as you could, representing your constituents in Santa Fe and Taos and all over New Mexico. You could do the same as I can do representing my constituents in Toledo and Dayton and Gallion and St. Clairsville, and point out that when we've tried to get things done, they've blocked it. I mean, this place, we do want bipartisanship here, but the public more than anything wants us to get things done. And the senator from Louisiana has been one of the leaders in conjunction with one of his other regional senators who has said that this health care could be President Obama's Waterloo. I mean, there are people in this institution on the other side of the aisle, not all of them. The senior senator of my state, George Voinovich, has cooperated a lot of times on a lot of things, unlike some of his colleagues. But there are senior senators on that side of the aisle that their goal is to see the President of the United States fail. And if the President of the United States fails, this country doesn't move forward. We're in the worst economic times of my lifetime, brought on by terrible policies the last 8 years. Bank deregulation, tax cuts for the rich, a war that's not paid for, a giveaway to the drug companies and the insurance companies in the name of Medicare privatization, causing all these problems that we inherited a year ago, and all they want to do is stop the jobs bill. They voted last night, the senator that just complained of not being able to debate, voted last night not to even allow the bill on the floor, as he did on health care, as he's done on issue after issue after issue. It's not personal to me with what they're doing, but it's certainly wrong when they try to block issue after issue, legislation after legislation. We can disagree on what we need to do to bring this country forward. We can disagree on the jobs bill. We can disagree on the health care bill, but we ought to be able to agree. We can have full debate, move forward, work on this legislation, and pass it in a reasonable time so that every senator doesn't talk it to death in the way of stopping it in the way of obstructionism.